And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road today. We're here again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue on an absolute gorgeous day, although it looks like maybe we're getting some snow coming in here. I saw the T-Dot truck. We passed it coming in. We're coming down the interstate, putting down salt brine. So maybe they know something we don't know. They're calling for some rain tomorrow night, changing over to snow, so we'll see. But putting it down on Tuesday, I don't know why they're doing it, but they didn't ask me. So anyway, it is what it is, and so we're here live again on the road at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Cannot wait to get to 1 o'clock, get lunch. Woo, yeah. We got lots to talk about. We're going to be joined by Jeff Beverly, who joined us here at the bottom of the hour. Talking Tennessee football, what's going on with the transfer portal, what's going on with recruiting, what's going on with the men's basketball team. The polls are out. We'll take a look at that. Tennessee dropping this week down to number 24 in the country. We'll take a look at that. And the Lady Vols, men are at home tonight, so lots going on. We've got baseball. Mr. Baseball is going to stop by, break down the whatever division. I guess it's the American League. No, it's the National League East, I think, or American League Central, one of the two. Last week we did the American League East, whichever one he wants to do. He'll be with us today. Normally on Wednesday, but today he's coming, or this week he's coming today, rather. Also, Brian Pipkin, and also more than likely Michaela's going to join us. So we got lots to cover, lots going on show number 2425. Of the Tom Taylor Sports Show on our way to 2,500. Again, thank you for being with us wherever you may be. We've got a verse today. We've got a national anthem, and we got sports. We'll take a look at the Steelers went out with a whimper last night. They were booing Tomlin, and so they got, as the story says, the Steelers are at the crossroads now. What are they going to do? Steelers are gone. The Texans, we say this every game and every show, and it's true. Offense will put them in the seats. Defense will win you championships. Houston's defense absolutely shut down Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers last night. And so, and you look at the games over the weekend, the playoff games in NFL, and you look at the college football. Who shut down who? And so the defense will win you championships. This coming Monday night, it's Indiana and Miami. The team's got the best defense on that night is going to win the game. It's real simple. It's nothing earth-shattering, I'm telling you. It's something, if you're a sports fan, you know that. And last night, Texans all over the Steelers, 30-6. Wow. That's in Pittsburgh, no less. And the Steeler Nation, to say the least, were not happy and are not happy campers, and I get that. So they're calling for the head of Mike Tomlin. And, I'll get into that. Let's get into the national anthem. Let's get it started first. And the verse of the day, we always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. How about Faith Hill on the national anthem? Get it cranked up on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. Oh, yes. The quest for perfect barbecue. Ooh, doggies.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts
And back when the Tom Taylor, we're telling them, Kayla, how long we've been coming out here. I think we've been coming out here 19 years every month. Pretty sure. So, no, been coming out here 16 years. So we started out here in, what is this, 2026? Yeah, it started in 2010. I've been coming out here every month for 16 years. There you go. Hello, William Welch. How you doing? Hello, little JoJo. How you doing, lady? So let's jump in there and talk. Last night, wow, watched a little bit of it. Really kind of a dud game, really. Steelers, you know, for all the hoopla and all the money they paid Aaron Rodgers, he obviously did not produce. What? What did you say, Michaela? 17 years. Been coming 17 years every month. Hello, William Welch. Yep, we'll see you tonight. We got basketball. We'll talk about that in a second. So, all right, let's get in here and crank it up. Texans advancing to the divisional round for the third consecutive year. C.J. Stroud, not the best night last night, but the defense shut down Aaron Rodgers for sure. D'Amico Ryan's club entered the game winning a 30-6 over the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Houston advancing to visit New England. The Steelers fade into the offseason with the future of Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers very much up in the air. So, but there again, they start chanting fire Tomlin. What are you going to get? And who's out there? I know John Harbaugh, who interviewed with the Falcons, which I don't see that, but what do I know? I think he needs to be a Raiders coach. I'm partial, but I think he needs to come to Vegas. Number 1 draft pick, got Max Crosby, got some players. You know, that's what I think, but nobody asked me. But Harbaugh interviewed with the Falcons. So if you get rid of Mike Tomlin, who do you go get? I mean, who's out there? I don't see it, but I mean, it's easy to go, well, let's just fire him. Okay. But who do you go get? It's like these college coaches. We'll just can them. Okay, we'll can them, but, I mean, there's not that many candidates out there. There's not a Nick Saban out there or an Urban Meyer or those kind of caliber coaches. They're just not going to walk in and go, yeah, I'll be your coach. Anyway, Tomlin, they're after him in Pittsburgh. Justifiable? I don't know. I just, again, go back to what I said. What are you going to get? Who you going to get? Who you going to get? Well, let's test the waters. Okay, Stroud on the night, 21 out of 32, 250 yards, a touchdown, an interception, 2 fumbles. Again, somebody came up with this stat. He becomes only the second quarterback in the last 35 years to win a game in which he fumbled 5+ times and threw an interception, joining Eli Manning week 16 of the 2007 season. So I like how these guys go back and find this stuff. I would not have the interest nor the caring to do that, but somebody does. That way we can talk about it on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So the Houston defense, again, shut down Aaron Rodgers. The offense didn't move much at all. 2 of 14 third down opportunities. There's your ball game. Steelers 2 for 14 in third down opportunities. Wow. Only 175 yards of total offense. 3 yards per play on the average. That's not Raiders numbers. 175 yards of offense for the Steelers last night. 6 points, the lowest in a playoff game since 1996. 175 yards of offense, the lowest in a playoff game since the 1947 Philadelphia Eagles. So Rodgers, 42 years old, may be it for him. I don't know if he'll come back or not. So one of the possibilities, again, we go back to the Raiders. One of the possibilities is they will hire Rodgers as a part-time groom the new quarterback kind of guy. We'll pay you to come in here. And see, I don't see that either. If you're going to do that, let Tom Brady do it. He's part owner of the team now. Let Brady, the greatest of all time, at the quarterback slot. Let Tom Brady groom him. But anyway, the Raiders are talking about getting Rodgers to bring him in on a 1 or 2 year deal just to be as almost like a consultant coach to groom the new guy, who more than likely will pick Mendoza if they have any sense for the NFL draft. So Rodgers may be done in Pittsburgh. He's 42 years old. So certainly didn't go the way they wanted for the money they paid the guy to go the way it went. So Houston moves on, bottom line. And so for the second time in 6 weeks, fans were calling out fire Tomlin in Pittsburgh last night. So fire Tomlin chance started midway through the fourth quarter. Houston turned a defensive slugfest into a blowout, 30-6. Steelers are 7th straight playoff loss. So, and they were chanting as they were leaving, "Fire Tomlin." Now, this is what Tomlin said. I like this guy. Hello, Jacob Phillips. How you doing? He hits it head on. He said, when you don't get it done, words are cheap. It's about what you do or don't do, and so I appreciate the question. People talk too much in our business. You either do or you don't. So, it's true. He's the first head coach in Steelers history to go 9 consecutive seasons between playoff wins. So, his team has lost their past 7 postseason games and had first 6-round losses. So, I mean, I get it. Steeler fans want change. But come on, be Raiders fan. Come in and get my bucket. Come over and get my pond and ride around for a while. You'll appreciate Mike Tomlin a little bit better for what we're doing in Vegas. Anyway, Tomlin and the Steelers gone. And so, as we told you, John Harbaugh picking and choosing who he wants to interview with. And so he's done a lot of phone call interviews, but he actually went in person and interviewed with the Falcons. So his first formal interview since he was fired by the Ravens last week. So he's been conducting preliminary phone calls with the Giants, the Titans, the Browns, the Raiders, and the Cardinals, trying to determine which teams to meet with later this week and into next week before deciding where he'll coach next season. So he wants to get on with it, and the teams do too. So he has been on the phone talking to the Giants, the Titans, the Browns, the Raiders, and the Cardinals, and the Falcons, but he went and interviewed with the Falcons yesterday. So I don't see that, but there again, I want him to come to the Raiders, but I don't see him going to the Falcons. Where do you see him going? I know they're buzzing about the Giants. Don't see the Cardinals. I see the Giants or the Raiders, maybe the Titans, but that's a dumpster fire too, as you well know, if you're a Titans fan. Hello, Evelyn Greer. How you doing, lady? Cyclone basketball tonight, doubleheader against Crockett, 6:15 airtime. Lady Cyclones and the boys to follow. Be a big night tonight at John Treadway. We need a big crowd there, and it'll be a great conference game. And so this is what you play for, and this is what you practice for all summer, and so on and so forth. Get into the conference playoff slate or playoff regular season slate. And so that's where we are, and it's tonight, 6:15 airtime. Audio and video. Isaac Fletcher going to be running the camera tonight. So our basketball coverage last night had some good games. Middle school basketball, man, it was intense at John Large Gym at T.A. Duggar last night. The JV boys won by 9. The Greenville boys won by 10. It was intense. I liked it. It was dripping with drama. Of course, it's Greenville and Elizabethton, or in this case, Greenville and T.A. Duggar. The T.A. Duggar girls went to Greenville and won both games last night. 39-17 was the JV girls, and the varsity girls they won by, 23? I think it was. Oh, there it is right there. Won by 23 last night. So congratulations. Tell you what, the T.A. Duggar, both teams are good. T.A. Duggar girls can play. When they flip the switch and decide to play, they can play. They've got parts and pieces that can take them down the road in the tournament here in a week or so. So, and the guys do too. But let's give credit to due. Dante Webb for Greenville is a heck of a basketball player, and he kind of carried him last night for the Greenville boys. And so our players of the game on the JV boys, oh boy, Cooper Fair and Tristan Cole. And for the varsity game, didn't score a point. But what a floor game. Defense all over the place. Steals, block shots, taking charges, never scored a point. The player of the game's not always about who scores the most points, at least not for me. So the player of the game last night of the boys varsity was Drake Litton. He really stepped up and played. And so played shut down, clamped down defense, and again, he was all over the floor. So anyway, tonight we've got Crockett. The T.A. Duggar Severe Girls game we've been talking about all week on Thursday has been moved to tomorrow night because of the weather coming in, or the impending weather coming in. I'm not sure what we're going to get, but they think we are. And as I said, driving out here, the T-Dot was spraying, this big tractor trailer was spraying salt brine on the interstate. So I guess something's coming as far as the weather out, but that's not supposed to happen tomorrow night into Thursday. Young man had a pork barbecue sandwich. And he said, yes. Was it good? He said, yes, one time. Never looked up. He was wearing it out. Right here again at Phil's Dream Pit, the Quest for Perfect Barbecue is where we are. All right, so NFL schedule this week goes like this. Playoffs, some good ones. Buffalo at Denver at 4:30 on Saturday. Saturday evening, San Francisco at Seattle. Both number 6 seeds playing number 1 seeds. Excuse me, you have number 6 Buffalo at number 1 Denver. I'm going to predict the Bills going to win that game. They went to Jacksonville, broke the heart of the Jags. Jags had them, and Josh Allen found a way to win that game. He's a gamer. I got the Bills upsetting Denver in Denver, and I got San Francisco going to Seattle and upsetting the Seahawks. Now, if you base what I'm telling you on my picks for the college football playoffs, I haven't got one game right yet. Not one. Not one game. Everybody I've picked lost. So don't take anything I say other than like old Tom's is over flapping his jaws because I haven't gotten anything right. But I will be shocked if Indiana doesn't beat Miami Monday night. Those boys can play. They made a believer out of me. On Sunday, NFL, number 5 Houston, the Texans at number 2 New England. It's have to go against the Patriots in Foxborough. They're playing some excellent football. The Rams in Chicago at Soldier Field on Sunday night. The Bears and the Rams. Rams the 5th seed with Stafford. He saw what he did, went down the field and did what he did. And won that game against the, Panthers. And the Bears held off the Packers. Who you taking, Tom? I'm taking a higher seed in those 2 games. I'm going, although I like Houston's defense, they really throttled the Steelers last night. So when I watch Aaron Rodgers, they take a lot of facial shots, up close shot. It never looks like to me, and the guy's 42, he's a Hall of Famer. It never looks like he's on. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm out here. And look, I could be wrong. I'm big on body language. And I just will keep watching this guy, and I just think he just doesn't have any oomph about him. Maybe that's just his style. I don't know. But you see these other guys, they throw touchdowns, they're pumping their fists, they're fired up. Rodgers like, okay. So, and maybe that's just the way he is. I don't know anything about the guy, except he's a Hall of Famer. But just watching him last night just didn't have him. It's the playoffs. The juice wasn't flowing. At least I didn't think it was. So I think I've told you the story on the show many times. Going to Marshall, I had to pick out some elective courses, and so I'm going on a rabbit trail here. And so I was going down there and okay, I got to pick up something to get enough hours, and I had to carry 18 hours that semester. So, okay, body language. I don't know what that is. All right, I'll take body language. The best classes I took in college, bar none. Well, my broadcasting classes too, but because it was all about reading people, body language, and it is the guys. I think his name was Julius Fast, who wrote the book that we used in the. I know it is. How do I remember that? It's a long time ago. It's how effective it is. But body language, I'm all about it, and I can pretty well read you when you sit down or you're around me, and I can read you, male or female, mad, happy, whatever. I can read you, and so I'm reading the body language of Aaron Rodgers last night. Just don't see it. Just didn't see the oomph, and I think his team played like that. I mean, there's just no. As my coach used to say, there's no fire in his belly. Anyway, Steelers are gone. Tomlin's up in trouble, apparently. At least the fans think he is. So, again, Saturday, Buffalo at Denver, San Francisco, the night game in Seattle. On Sunday, you have Houston and New England. The early game, the night game will be the Bears and the Rams. So, Denver, we'll check weather. Denver on Saturday, what's going to be like in Denver. Typically this time of year, it's going to be cold and snowy. We'll see. Seattle, we'll see. Usually rainy and cold in Seattle in January. New England will be Foxborough. It could be anything there. And same with Chicago Soldier Field. I'll double-check those probably tomorrow. See how it goes. So your top 10 right now going into the NFL draft will be number 1, the Raiders. Raiders, the Jets, the Cardinals, the Titans, and the Giants, top 5. Then you have the Browns, Washington, the Saints, the Chiefs. How about that? When was the last time the Chiefs played so poorly they were in the top 10 in the draft pick? They were 6-11 this year. Hello, Tracy Kolick. How you doing, lady? So they're number 9 of the pick coming up in April, and the Bengals are around out the top 10. So that's your top 10 right now. Let me run them for you again. The Raiders, the Jets, the Cardinals, the Titans, the Giants, the Browns, the Commanders, the Saints, the Chiefs, and the Bengals. That's your top 10 in the upcoming NFL draft. We're here live at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Where is he? Come in here and talk to me, my man, Brian Pipkin, the owner, about the Dreambacks. Whoo. Also, they got the brisket chili today. Coming up bottom of the hour, he'll be here. Jeff Beverly talking Tennessee football. Chaz Coleman, big pick, transfer portal, coming to the balls. In fact, he just walked in. Jeff Beverly's gotten a lot of info about the transfer portal. Chaz Coleman, the boy can play. Now, we told you yesterday the most vacated team as far as transfer portal without losing a head coach was West Virginia. They lost 46 guys in the transfer portal so far. How many of them started? Well, that's a big point, but bodies are bodies. Well, Tennessee's one of the top 10. They lost 25 in the portal. Mississippi State lost 34 in the portal. So you've got some SEC teams that are seeing guys vacate. Tennessee lost 25, but according to my man who's about to be with us here momentarily, we're picking up some too. Men's basketball dropping to 24th in the country. The Lady Vols, for all the negativity around the program, she can't coach. Okay. They beat Arkansas by 35. What's Arkansas? Okay. But after the December schedule, all I heard was she can't coach. Got to get them to rebound, got to do this, do that. They're going to get killed in the SEC. Last time I checked, they're tied for first in the SEC. They're undefeated. So, and you don't, I'm a big fan of Kim Caldwell for reasons. Number one, she can coach. Number two, she's a West Virginia girl. She's a Marshall girl. So I'm partial to Mrs. Caldwell because she can coach and she's a hillbilly. But she's getting it done. Well, she's not this, she's not that. Okay. The Vol fan base. Okay. But she's not Holly Warlick either. So there you go. She's getting it done, folks. And, again, piece by piece, brick by brick, use whatever you want to use. She is getting it done. Jeff Beverly, he'll get it done. He's with us next. Talking Tennessee sports. Top of the hour, Mr. Baseball, Greg Salyer. But here's Brian Pipkin talking Dream Packs. Phil's Dream Pit. Now, if you want something good, the brisket chili. Oh, it's here, ready to roll today. Right here at Phil's Dream Pit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26.
Really easy way to feed a family or a bunch of people. We start them off at 4. Dream Pack for 4 runs $32.99, gives you a pound of meat. You can do pulled pork or pulled chicken, either one at that price. 3 sides, it's a pint each, so it's a 4-ounce serving of meat, 4-ounce serving of 3 different sides. Gives you a really good meal that'll fill you up. It's not something that you eat and you're hungry later, an hour later. I'm going to include your buns, your barbecue sauce. Instead of picking up a pizza, come by here, pick up a Dream Pack. Your family will thank you. And if you need it for more people, the breakdown on it's $8.25 a person. 12 people, for instance, is $99. You'll see that advertised now from us in a lot of different places. Feed 12 people for $99. That gives you 2 pounds of meat, a quart and a half of each side. Still gives you the bun, still the barbecue sauce. Really, really popular. I had a group at Eastman just order a 16 for Wednesday. So you call us ahead. We can do as many people as you want. We do 100 people, 200 people. We'll put those in pans for you, or as few as 4. So in even numbers, however many you want, $8.25 a person. You can't beat it.
Cannot beat it, folks. Again, here at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. The phone number is 349-6437. Hours are open.
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. We take Sunday and Monday off, but we're here the rest of the week.
Social media?
Social media on Facebook. Maybe Instagram later if one of my kids shows me how to use it, but right now it's on Facebook. That's where people watch you, so we'll figure they've got it here.
And the website is?
The website is philsdreampit.com.
You got it.
I see a familiar face here. Looks like he's ready to talk to you.
He is. That's our buddy Jeff.
Going to talk some NASCAR, I'm betting.
That's our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone doubleheader basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Dr. John Minton and yours truly Tuesday night from John Treadway Gymnasium as the Cyclones host the Crockett Pioneers and a key conference doubleheader. Airtime at 6:15 with the Lady Cyclones, boys to follow, audio and video. The Cyclones and the Crockett Pioneers from John Treadway Gymnasium. It all starts at 6:15 this Tuesday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone basketball.
So blessed, I'm so blessed, got this heartbeat in my chest. It doesn't matter about the rest, if I got you, Lord.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, guest number one's a good one. Love him when he comes. How you doing, sir?
Hello, Thomas.
How long have we been doing this together? When did you were my
80,
sideline reporter at Dobbins
89,
Minute.
Yeah, I think we started in maybe 88, 89 time frame.
Yeah.
Maybe even 87, perhaps.
My first sideline reporter back when I was doing
That
Dobbins
was early
Minute.
90s. Yeah, that was early 90s.
Yeah.
It was when I did the sideline. We did basketball. We did K-Met baseball, you know.
We've been around. Old codgers.
Go back a long way.
Well, he's-
yeah, we're getting old.
I'm an old codger. He's a young whippersnapper. So, but anyway, we go back a long way. What'd you say? In the late 80s?
87 or 88, yeah.
What would that be? This is 26,
No, almost 50 years. No, almost 40 years.
40, 38 years.
38 years, yeah.
38 years our friendship. So,
Yeah.
and so when I ask him to come on the show, I get excited because he knows what he's talking about. He's been following Tennessee. When was your first game you remember? Was your dad took you? Who took you?
My brother
Brother?
took me. He was a student at UT at the time in 1969 against South Carolina.
Wow, you remember? See that?
I remember going. It was sitting in north. It was bleachers back then, north end zone bleachers
Wow.
at the very top. I think next to the top row of the north end zone bleachers. But that was
1969.
Yeah.
Wow.
a long time ago.
That's a lot of sports you've watched, my friend.
A lot of
So,
sports, yeah.
so we were talking before we went on there. This transfer portal is just ripping, I think, the fiber of college athletics to pieces. But it's here and it's not going to go away. So you either jump on board and be a part of it, or you get passed by. So
That's the key.
yeah, you have to.
You have to, and yeah, I agree with you. It's been, I think, a net detriment, but it's the way it is.
Yep.
And we see what Indiana has done
Yep.
with it, what Ole Miss has done with it.
Yep.
Miami, to a certain extent, they got Carson Beck, brought over,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody thought they're paying $4 million for Carson Beck for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
You think, well, that's crazy. Well, he got him in the national championship game.
Well,
So the financial windfall from that is probably going to be more than $4 million.
oh yeah.
So
There-
so that was probably in the craziest way of looking at it, it's probably a good investment. All the talk the last 48 hours or so has been about Sam Levitt, quarterback from Arizona State, who's been out there. Of course, he came to Tennessee, he came to LSU, then he went to Miami, and everybody thought, who's going to get him? LSU was rumored to be the leader there for a long time, but he had a really good visit at Tennessee. They extended it a day so he could stay a day longer at their request. So we thought Tennessee's in pretty good shape. Then he went to Miami, but before he left Knoxville to go to Miami, Lane Kiffin flew to Knoxville to talk to him in the airport. And so Kiffin, you got to watch that snake for sure. So when he went to Miami, then Miami felt pretty good about him. They thought they were feeling pretty good. Well, they offered him, and the numbers are, they are what they are, and you don't know how accurate all that is. But supposedly, Miami was up around the $4.5 to $5 million range again. Well, Kiffin and LSU came back at 6. Is the scuttlebutt, and then all through yesterday, it was back and forth between Tennessee and LSU. He finally signed with LSU last night, but the thought is it was probably closer to $7 million for one season. Now,
This is college quarterbacks, folks.
now, here's the thing about Levitt. He's coming off that foot injury. He missed the last half of the year. Not going to be able to go through spring practice. And so it's going to be late spring, early summer before he can even start practicing. So you don't know. And a big part of his game was mobility. He was a really good runner. So he had like 700 yards rushing his freshman year. He was a Big 12 Player of the Year his freshman year. Really impressive player. But you just wonder if he's going to fully recover from a mobility standpoint, and then being late, getting into seeing reps and so forth with your new team. It'll be interesting if he's healthy and is playing well. We'll see him in November when LSU comes to Knoxville. We'll see him. But anyway, I'm glad Tennessee didn't get him. I mean, I think it's too much of a risk for that kind of financial outlay that they were talking about. So
It's guaranteed for him too, isn't it?
pretty much,
Yeah.
So here you've got now Tennessee. Everybody thinks Tennessee's sort of scrambling for a quarterback. Well, I guess yes and no. We've got 2 5-stars, and they're freshmen, granted, but still we got 2 5-stars, and they're very, very talented players. Obviously, no experience, we know that. But if you think back when Eric Ainge was a freshman, he and Brent Schaefer battled as true freshmen. Eric Ainge eventually won the starting job and did pretty good that year. Tennessee went to the SEC title game that year in 2004 with a true freshman quarterback. Of course, Rick Clausen came on, when Ainge got injured. Then both Ainge and Schaefer got injured that year. But still, I don't know if that's the worst thing to go into next year with Faison Brandon and George McIntyre. Both are super talented. The knock on McIntyre is not gaining weight. He's still very, very slender, like less than 200 pounds still. 6'5", 6'6" frame, so he's a pretty skinny kid. But he has got a rocket for an arm.
So Aquilar, they're still hoping he can come back. He's still in the court waiver and all that, but you can't count on that, right?
You can't count on that. That would be a big plus. I mean, if in the best worlds, you get Aguilar get his year,
Waiver, yeah.
his waiver, and then he's been in the system now for 6 months. We go through a full spring, summer workouts, and then I think it'd be good to go. Then start mixing in the freshmen, some next fall. That would be a best case scenario. It just doesn't seem like it's going to happen, though. I mean, it's just a shame. Pavia got his extra year. And then it seems so arbitrary. They just sort of grant it sometimes they don't. So you never know. But
Trinidad Chambliss did not get it, and so he's got attorneys lining up to file injunction.
They're going to litigate that to death. Yeah.
But they said, this guy's up for $6 million next year at Ole Miss, so they can't not let him play because it's a monetary irreparable harm to his pocketbook.
That's the angle they're using. So it'll be interesting to see how successful it is. But with Aguilar, they're supposed to have met yesterday and had some but the judge put it off for 2 weeks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's like, well, why did he do that? Like, it's almost like it's a bracketing thing around the end of the portal. The portal closes on Friday. Players can come out of the portal anytime, but they can't go in past Friday. Friday's deadline for submitting to the portal. But then the problem you run into is when school starts at the different semesters. Most semesters have started back already. Mm-hmm. And so you've got so long before you get that, like a drop dead deadline for that, drop an ad, to be able to get in school. Tennessee has that little winter mini term, and so their classes don't start back to like the 20th. So they've got a little more leeway in time frame to start the spring semesters. That may give them a little bit of an advantage that way. I'm still 100% convinced that they need to go get a quarterback, but they'll probably get one. They probably need one just for depth, if nothing else, just to practice with. From that standpoint, I don't know if they need to spend $5 or $6 million for a starting quarterback.
The other kid left, right?
Merklinger went to the portal.
Yeah.
He's not gone anywhere yet. He did go in the portal. He can always pull back out. So we'll see if that goes. And the other sort of wild card that's floating around out there is Ty Simpson. He declared for the NFL draft. He has until tomorrow at midnight to pull his name back out of the draft. After tomorrow, then he can't. But up until tomorrow night, he can pull his name back out of the draft. So there's always rumors floating around, but you wonder if Tennessee's talking. Of course, Tennessee went and talked to his brother and made an offer to his younger brother. And his younger brother was very ecstatic with the offer. He was posted all over social media how blessed he was to receive an offer from Tennessee and so forth. So Coach Heupel was in Martin last week. And so, ostensibly to recruit another one of their players, but
talk to him too.
Maybe
Two for one deal.
You never know.
Yeah.
But anyway, you talk about that as a remote possibility, but still, yet it is a possibility. Probably won't happen. I mean, he's probably going to go and be a fairly high draft pick. But if he's like third round, he make more money as a college senior with the NIL than he would a pro in the third round. He's probably waiting to see maybe what Dante Moore's going to do at Oregon. He's thought to be a high pro prospect. Carson Beck. A lot of these guys will be coming out, but you wonder, at what point the pecking order gets to be on who goes and who doesn't. But overall, the past week has been very good for Tennessee in the portal. They've really picked up a lot of good commitments.
Let's talk for a second. We'll get back to Tennessee. Let's talk about Lane Kiffin. Now, if you're an LSU guy, you think it's really cool to even fly to another school's airport, in this case Knoxville, and go into the other team's boundary or territory, if you will, to recruit this guy. Now, some would say, man, I like this guy. He's aggressive. Some would think, me being one of those, pretty arrogant, and I mean, it's America, can do what he wants to, but to fly into another town's airport, in this case Knoxville, and intercept, whatever, the Sam leave it, Levitt and talk to him about coming to LSU when he's in Knoxville visiting the Vols. It's pretty brazen, wouldn't it? Is it?
I think so. I've never heard of a coach doing that before.
No,
I've never
Yeah,
heard that
that's-
happening. It may have happened, but I've never heard of that happening. Where you fly in at the tail end of a visit as a kid's getting ready to get on an airplane to go to Miami, and you set up a meeting with him, or maybe Levitt requested him to come up there. I don't know. I don't know who requested what, but Kiffin was pretty braggadocious about being in Knoxville. He was posting pictures of him at the airport and so forth. So he wanted everybody to know he was still in Knoxville. He was in Knoxville that night that Levitt was leaving Knoxville and going to Miami. Sort of the word was that may have, if that was Kiffin, sort of the word this morning was that Levitt's family, his agent, who's his brother, thought Tennessee was the best place for him, but he wanted to go play for Kiffin. And the
interesting.
kid needs to do what he wants to do. I mean, it's his life, but it's interesting that there's that kind of dynamic with his family that his team wanted him to go to Tennessee, but he wanted to go play for Kiffin at LSU. You know, so
good riddance. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I think a lot of Tennessee fans, a lot of them may have been upset we didn't get him, but you know, somebody like that is going to bring a lot of headaches. And again, the injury aspect, you don't know if he's going to be healthy or not enough to even play, because a lot of times that injury, that Frank foot injury, you know, I can't remember how you pronounce it, but it's an injury. Sometimes it's career ending even. I don't think his is, but again, it could be like a 8 to 10 month recovery time, which would put him close to the start of the season.
So there's probably an unspoken agreement, I would think. I don't know. So Jeff's over here in Knoxville, and I'm over here LSU. You stay over there, I'll stay over here. And and the kid's already been to LSU to visit, and so Kiffin flies into Knoxville when he's coming off the visit at UT to intercept him at the airport and say, you need to come be the LSU. I just think that's pretty brassy, and is it okay to do? Yeah, but I'm sure there's got to be a rule. I've never heard of that ever, so I'm thinking there's probably an unspoken agreement. It's like, okay, you stay in your sandbox, I'll stay in my sandbox. And Kiffin said, I'm going to do what I want to do, and so I'm not surprised. But
What's interesting is that when he was at LSU Monday and Tuesday, and he sat with Kiffin at the LSU basketball game Tuesday night, well, that's when word broke that Desmond Williams was going to go in the portal from Washington, and LSU was his favorite. So it's like that word came down while they were together at the ball game. So he left LSU pretty quickly the next morning. So he thought that may have burned the bridge, with him and Kiffin. But then it turns out Washington threatened legal action.
yeah,
So Williams took his name back out of the portal. He's going to stay at Washington. So then they circled back to Levitt too. So it's like a soap opera there for about 48 hours.
It
right
is.
in there. It was crazy.
yeah, and it all goes back to what doesn't need to be happening. It's called the transfer portal. It's created all kinds of problems and scenarios and drama and what have you. So, be that as it may, what we got? I know Chaz Coleman's coming. Is that pretty big?
That is big. He's a freshman. Didn't get a lot of playing time, but the potential for him is enormous. Ohio State thought they had him. LSU thought they had him. He was being heavily recruited by everybody, and I think the acquisition of Jim Knowles as a defensive coordinator is huge for Tennessee. It got those 4 or 5 Penn State players, 4 right now, maybe a fifth one coming. But with Knowles' reputation, he's had Ohio State, Oklahoma State, and Penn State. Defensive players want to play for him. So I think that was obviously the big get. Equally big was Amari Campbell, the linebacker. He's had the experience he played a lot for Knowles. And in his designation, in Knowles' defense, Amari Campbell's position was one that calls the signals and sets the defense. So to get him was even super critical, even more so than Coleman, from the standpoint that everybody has said that Knowles' defense is the second year is when it really takes off, when it really becomes connected and efficient. Well, you've got these 4 or 5 key players who will be in their second year in Knowles' defense. And that's going to be key on getting the rest of the defense back up to speed, even quicker than that. So I think that's going to, had they not got those players, I think Tennessee's defense still would have been in a learning phase next year. With those 4 or 5 additions, I think it really steps up the learning curve for them.
So the portal closes Friday, is that right?
The portal closes for people going into it Friday.
Okay.
And as of this morning, there's like 29, almost 3,000 players in the portal. almost 3,000, and about 1,500, about half, about 1,500 have committed. So there's about 1,500 players or so that haven't committed, but they're going into the portal. Just this morning, 3 or 4 went in the portal, so they've got until Friday to go into the portal. Like I said, they can come out anytime. They can come out after spring if they want to, as long as you're in before Friday.
I got you. So you got to
Now-
put your name in the bucket by Friday.
Right.
Okay.
One change that a lot of people don't realize is the grad transfer rule change. Prior to this year, if you were a grad transfer, if you graduated in spring, even though you hadn't put your name in the portal in the spring, if you graduated in spring, you could move then and go to a new school in the fall. That's changed this year. If you're anticipating graduating, even grad transfers have to be in the portal by this Friday. Which is
So
a
everybody's
change.
got to be in.
Everybody's got to be in by this Friday.
All right. So there you go. We're going to take a quick break, come right back. We got more to talk about. We got men's basketball and the Lady Vols. Big Orange update right after this with Michaela doing a little catering from Phil's Dream Pit. Buddy Michaela Miller from Phil's Dream Pit. Catering. Tell us catering opportunities using Phil's Dream Pit.
Well, where do I start? You call me, you tell me how many people you want. It's $13.99 per person. It'll be a 15% gratuity on top of that with a $200 setup and serve fee. And what that's going to get you is me and a team of 5 or 6, depending on how many I need, will come out. I'll set up my food. I make your sandwiches. We'll serve all your sides. We clean up, get out of your hair, and you never know we were there.
What are the options on the menu?
Pretty much it's open game.
Anything?
If you, open game.
Yep.
Okay, the hash brown casserole. We don't do the hash brown casserole in bulk or catering at all.
349-6437. Catering opportunities for any event coming up. Give them a call right here at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue, catering any event. Call her, ask for Michaela, and let her step you through how she can help you with catering from Phil's Dream Pit. One of our great sponsors on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and on Cyclone Football. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone doubleheader basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Dr. John Mitten and yours truly Tuesday night from John Treadway Gymnasium as the Cyclones host the Crockett Pioneers and a key conference doubleheader. Airtime at 6:15 with the Lady Cyclones, boys to follow, audio and video. The Cyclones and the Crockett Pioneers from John Treadway Gymnasium. It all starts at 6:15 this Tuesday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone basketball. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again, old Paul Gotze. Let me run down who they've got so far. Defensive back out of Kansas State, Quan Moss. Ori, O-R-Y. Ori Williams. I'm going to go with Ori.
I think it's Ori, yeah.
Offensive tackle from LSU. He's big. Kayan Lee, K-A-Y, some names. K-A-Y and Kayan Lee, corner from Auburn's in. Defensive tackle Xavier Gilliam, Penn State's in. The place kicker from Louisville, Cooper Ranvier. Is that a big pick? We need a kicker in Tennessee.
We do need a kicker, as surprisingly, with Max Gilbert leaving. This kid's really good. He's got a little bit of a cocky attitude for a kicker, but he was 19 of 20 inside 50 yards this year. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Game changer. We talked about Campbell and Coleman. DeJuan Lane from Penn State, a safety coming. Gavin Freeman from Oklahoma State's coming as a RET. What's that?
Returner, kick returner. He's a
returner.
wide receiver, but he's especially returning kicks. He's very elusive, real quick. Should be the punt returner going in next year.
Blake Howard started his college career at East Tennessee State before transferring to Eastern Kentucky.
Long snapper.
Long snappers coming to Tennessee. On the edge rusher, Jordan Norman from Tulane's in, and T.J. Metcalf from Michigan, safety.
He
These
committed
guys
this
are-
morning. Metcalf committed this morning. Norman last night. Those are big gets.
There you go. Uncommitted, but still out there. Is that Dylan?
Dylan, I think.
Dylan Evans from Texas A&M, Biggin. Defensive lineman from LSU, Walter Mathis, Biggin. Florida running back, Jacoby Jackson. How's our running back in barn? Horses in the barn.
Of course, we have Deshaun Bishop coming back. Peyton Lewis left to go to Virginia, and Star Thomas doesn't have any more eligibility left. But Dwayne Morris and Justin Baker were two freshmen who both look pretty promising, especially Morris. But you can't have too many running backs, really. I mean, they get beat up so much and take so much abuse. So that would be a big pickup if they can get Jackson.
Jackson from Florida. He's visited and hasn't committed yet. Gavin Salchuk, the running back from Florida State. He's visited Knoxville. Gentry Williams, corner from Oklahoma.
Just committed to Georgia about an hour ago.
Scrap him. Pittsburgh, Francis Brewer, B-R-E-W-U. So
big defensive tackle. That's Tennessee. It seemed like really hot on him when he was visiting here. He was real excited about Tennessee, but been quiet the last few days on him.
So let's see. Here's guys that Tennessee was talking to, but they've moved on somewhere else, and so it doesn't. We're talking about the ball. So these guys were looked at, but they went somewhere else. Hello, Patsy Lyons. How you doing, Johnny Markland? Paul Gotze, thank you for watching. So we'll get him back in next week and do it. The dust will settle. So, but it's ongoing. What you said earlier before the break. As long as you have your name in the bucket by Friday, you can jump anytime. Is that correct?
Correct.
So
This is going to be a constant update from now till August.
and so Aguilar will find out in 2 weeks whether he's going to be able to stay at Tennessee.
So they have delayed that meeting for 2 weeks now. They may delay it again. Who knows with this kind of stuff? But
So has he come out and said if he wins this, he's going to come to Tennessee or go somewhere else?
He's not said one way or the other.
So that's what I think's interesting.
But you wonder about Aguilar. He had the surgery. Remember he had revealed
Yep.
he had the tumor in his arm,
Yep.
which had to affect him a little bit late in the season. Thankfully, it wasn't malignant. But it was something that needed to be removed. So he's got some recovery time. He may miss spring ball anyway. So who knows what his recovery time is for that? Hopefully, wherever he goes, if it's Tennessee or somewhere else, his arm will recover quickly enough where he can at least get in some practice during the spring.
Now,
But,
for those who don't know, it's his throwing arm, right?
his throwing arm, yeah.
Yeah. So Aguilar, the quarterback who did a great job coming over this year, transfer portal, has appealed to the NCAA for one more year of eligibility. See if he can have one more year because of something happened early in his career. So it's out there. It's kind of in the balance, and they're supposed to know in 2 weeks. So if he comes on board, it's a game changer if he comes back for another year.
It would be with his experience, and especially with the way he did with hardly any lead-up time. He came in late May, early June to Tennessee. He didn't have any really. The only official practice was for the fall, the 3 weeks for fall. So, just to do that well, and he had a couple bad throws. Sure, all quarterbacks do, but to do that well with that little time was pretty impressive. Led the league in passing, led the SEC in passing. So, I think with a spring, if he can recover quickly to get some work in the spring, but just being around the offense, being around the coaches even more through spring and summer, he would be a big, big plus for this fall.
So we say that. We kind of gloss over that. But you say he was the number one quarterback in the SEC. I mean, you think about that. You got Chambliss, the Alabama kid. You got the Georgia kid. I mean, you got all these quarterbacks in the SEC, and Aguilar was the number one quarterback in the whole conference.
Isn't it something?
That's a big deal. And so to get him back, I think that solves a lot of problems.
It was the fourth most passing yards in Tennessee history in a single season.
We just kind of
just there for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
to prep it. So I think with a year being here, he could really, really, really do well this fall.
Yeah, if he gets a chance to come back, and I hope he does, that really is, I think, a game changer, providing a lot of stability in that quarterback spot, and let those Brandon come along and McIntyre come along and behind him. And who's to say the other guy won't come back? Now, once you leave and put your name in the hat, you say, I'm going to come back. Are you in the doghouse for coming back? How's that work? See, it would be for me.
Yeah,
It's like,
I think everybody looks at it differently. Some schools I've read, once your name goes in the portal, you're done. They but others have taken kids back.
Yeah.
So it all depends. I don't know how Heupel would look at that. If Merklinger doesn't get any offers, or if he would consider taking him back.
well, he's been out there for a while. Nobody's picked him up, right?
Nobody's picked him up. I'm not even heard if he's even had a visit anywhere or not. But you think, from his standpoint, if Aguilar comes back, these two freshmen are very, more talented than he is.
Mm-hmm.
So you think he would get pushed down the depth chart even more if he does come back. So I doubt he will. But if Aguilar doesn't get his eligibility and Tennessee doesn't pick up another quarterback, that might be a possibility.
A lot of ifs.
A lot of ifs.
Let's switch gears while I got you for a few more minutes. Men's basketball, they run hot and cold. You got Texas A&M tonight at the Food City Center in Knoxville. What's your thoughts on the men's team right now?
Obviously, very inconsistent. They've had the turnover issues are just the killer right now for them. And Nate Ament, that very highly touted freshman, which I saw this morning, he's still number 7 in a mock draft for the NBA in June.
Oh, really?
He's not had a very good year, to be honest. But now against Florida, the team didn't play well. He played really well against Florida. Probably his best overall game so far. So if he comes around, and Coach Barnes just talked about, it's where he's at in March is going to be the difference on how far this team can go. He's a game changer when he's, if he's playing up to his full capability. Jacoby Gillespie's been hot and cold. He was very hot last week against Texas, 34 points, career high. He was unreal. They blew out Texas, and Texas goes and blows out Arkansas. So it's a crazy league for sure. But A&M will be an interesting game. Now they play a lot like some of the early Pearl teams did at Tennessee. Press a lot, shoot a lot of threes, and so even if they're making them or not making them, they're going to jack a lot of threes. So it'll be an interesting ball game tonight. Tennessee at home has been very, very good. On the road, they've not been as good. So we'll see how they can bounce back tonight. But it's going to be an up and down season. But to stay in the race, at Arkansas and at Florida, probably two of the toughest road games in the league this year. So you're 0-2 in those, but you got those out of the way.
I think you got exposed in Florida too. I think to me, watching, I thought, okay, they've shown that their inside game, they need some help inside. The big men, the bigs were pushing them around a little bit at Florida.
They got pushed around quite a bit. It was an interestingly called game. There's a lot of fouls called, but yet there was a lot of rough play. A lot of people were on the deck.
Beating them back.
The big kid, big center for Florida, he just manhandled. And it's interesting when you can go over somebody's back and just take the ball from them and they don't call a foul. You think, well, what's the deal on that? But it happened. But Florida's going to be tough, I think. And they got back mostly their entire front court from last year that won a national title and added the big center. So if their guard play can come along, Florida will be very, very tough, obviously. But two of the toughest road games behind them now. So, hold your serve at home court, pick up a win or two here and there on the road, and then we'll see where they go at the end of the season. But, again, it'd be all about placement. I think right now they're projected to be a 6th seed in the NCAA tournament, which is started out maybe like a 3rd seed and now dropped a little bit. But they got plenty of chance to bring that back up.
You got A&M on tonight. You got Kentucky coming in on Saturday.
Yeah.
Now, the buzz in Kentucky, had a guy on yesterday on the show. There's a big Kentucky guy. Told me off the air that Pope's in real trouble, and your next coach in Kentucky is going to be Bruce Pearl. That he quit Auburn this summer because he got told, now, this is all okay. Sounds good. Very plausible because he just up and quit. And then, he said he's going to go run for a political office in Alabama. Well, he's not
done that
picked
yet.
up his papers or anything to do that. So, but I heard yesterday that Pope's in trouble in Kentucky, and that they're going to go get Bruce Pearl, and that he would jump with a chance to coach in Kentucky. So we'll see. But
I don't doubt that Pope's in trouble. I would be very surprised if Pearl ends up at Kentucky.
Yeah.
That would surprise me. I'm not saying it couldn't happen. It just would surprise me that he would end up at Kentucky.
So I would see, this is me, I would see Rick Pitino going back to Kentucky before I saw Pearl. And he's not, this guy's in his 70s, I think.
Yeah.
Pitino. But anyway, Pope's in trouble. They'll have a chance
Pearl's
to.
no spring chicken either.
No, he's not.
Anymore. Now, also there are rumors that Barnes is considering retirement. There's been rumors floating around Knoxville for the last month that he's considering retirement. I can see Pearl coming back to Knoxville before I see him coming back to going to Lexington.
Would that take him back?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, would they really?
I think so.
Tennessee would take Pearl back?
Complete change of – there's nobody there that was there, complete change of president, AD, chancellor, a whole new administration.
They're all gone?
Everybody's gone. Everybody's different. Yeah, I think they would take – and Pearl would love to come back to Knoxville. He's always had a soft heart for Tennessee, still does.
Well, there you go.
So that would be – I think that would be more of an opportunity or a plausible thing than him going to Lexington. But never say never in the sports world, for sure.
In the last 6 months, we should look and say never say never.
Absolutely.
In the sports world. Lady Vols, what's going on with them right now?
They're doing real well, leading the league. I heard you mention that before I came on. Undefeated so far in the conference, playing really well. Some of these freshmen are starting to really play good now. There was 5 freshmen came in, so it takes a while to mold that. It takes a while for those to blend.
And you lose one of your big wheels in Ruby.
Yeah. And
that was a big loss.
And I think Cooper sat out there now because of illness. So we talked about this a couple months ago. You bring that many new people in, it takes a while to blend them. It takes a while to get them all on the same page. Same thing with the men's basketball team. They're taking a little bit longer to get blended, but sort of similar thing with them from the standpoint that A lot of new players this year. It's going to take a while for them to get everything together. And with basketball, the beauty is you've got 35 games and you've got time to do that. And it's a tournament sport. Doesn't matter what your regular season is per se. You get in a tournament, you can go on a roll.
Yep.
You get teams historically, like that Villanova team a long time ago, and then NC State with Jim Valvano, barely, struggled to have a winning season, but yet went on and won it. So you get hot at the right time in the basketball tournament, you can go a long way. So the key is playing good in March.
Yeah.
And we've seen Tennessee's teams a couple of times under Barnes really peak in January. At the year with Grant Williams, those guys, they were in January, they were unbeatable practically.
Well, teachers teach for the testing. We all know that. TCAPs, for the most part. I mean, they teach all year round, but they get the kids ready for the spring testing. In basketball, you play for the tournament. You get ready for the tournament.
Ready for the tournament.
Where Tennessee is or any of these teams are in January the 13th doesn't matter. It's where they are in March.
Right.
Because you get hot. You made a great point. These teams get hot, get on a roll.
And that's where Coach Barnes just talked about Nate Ament really coming on and having him ready by March to really be a difference maker.
That's it. So glad you came by, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Always glad to come by.
Last thing, Indiana or Miami on Monday night? Who you like?
I kept thinking Indiana would eventually flame out and they would eventually hit their peak and they realize, they've maxed out. I don't think they have.
No.
They're very solid.
Yep.
So Carson Beck has yet to have a bad game.
Yep.
And he's due one.
Yep.
Historically. So we'll see. But Indiana, if they play like they did, Carson Beck will have a long night.
Yeah.
He'll have a long night.
That made believers out of me. I wasn't sold on them, but I watched them. I thought, okay, they beat a good Oregon football team. And so
they beat a good Alabama football team.
Beat a good Alabama team.
And they beat a good Ohio State football team.
That's
so,
it. So
they're
the real deal.
Proving it. So we'll see how that model holds up. Going and getting heavy portal. Fourth and fifth year players. Their average age is like 23 something. So that's a model that's worked this year. It may be the model for the foreseeable future on how football teams are going to be constructed, because it's going to be a year-to-year thing with everybody. You're building teams now. You don't build programs. You're building an annual team. I'm not a big fan of that personally, but it's the way it is. So you either get on board or you get left behind.
Brisket chili.
I might try that.
Get all over it. It's good stuff. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. He's here. We go from Tennessee to spring training within about 3 or 4 weeks. Mr. Baseball, who's sporting his Reds top. Oh, yeah, we're talking baseball. Let's see. Bellinger, Bregman, Framber Valdez, where they are, what they're doing. We'll find out next on the Tom Baylor Sports Show on the road at Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. Their motto is real simple. The quest for perfect barbecue. There it is right there. There's your motto. Let me tell you what. They get it done out here, folks. The Tom Baylor Sports Show. Dream Packs. Tell us about the Dream Packs. What's that all about?
Dream Packs, we start at 4 and go up in even numbers as big as you need. You get meat, 3 sides, sauce, and buns. All that's included. We do offer plates, plasticware, gallons of tea, but any number you need.
Feeds 4, feeds 8. They do it in increments of 4. So if you're going to the ball game and don't want to cook, call in, get the Dream Packs, come by and pick them up, 349-6437.
Yes, sir.
Call ahead, and we're on our way to swing through, pick them up. Tailgate, Dream Packs, good way to watch it, or take it to the house, watch it. Either way, good way to watch a game, isn't it?
Very much so.
The Dream Packs. Phil's Dream Pit, 349-6437 is the number to call. Can we order it online too?
You sure can. Online, call it in. Come on down.
There you go. Phil's Dream Pit, 349-6437. The Dream Packs, proud sponsor of the Tom Baylor Sports Show and Elizabethton Sports. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone doubleheader basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Dr. John Minton and yours truly Tuesday night from John Treadway Gymnasium as the Cyclones host the Crockett Pioneers and a key conference doubleheader. Airtime at 6:15 with the Lady Cyclones, boys to follow, audio and video. The Cyclones and the Crockett Pioneers from John Treadway Gymnasium. It all starts at 6:15 this Tuesday night here on the Tom Baylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone basketball.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone doubleheader basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Dr. John Minton and yours truly Tuesday night from John Treadway Gymnasium as the Cyclones host the Crockett Pioneers and a key conference doubleheader. Airtime at 6:15 with the Lady Cyclones, boys to follow, audio and video. The Cyclones and the Crockett Pioneers from John Treadway Gymnasium. It all starts at 6:15 this Tuesday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone basketball. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. That guy made that little boy, made that baby cry.
He did.
He did. He made him cry. The little fella been here wolfing it down. And so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He ain't happy. Little fella in there eating. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. There you go.
Yeah.
Got sandwiches, got platters, got brisket chili. Wow. So, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. We got lots to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
Since last week. He normally is here on Wednesday. We got him today. And so tomorrow we'll be at Lingerfield Drug Center. Thursday will be one of two places. We'll be at Big John's Closeouts or be at the Tom Taylor Sports Show studio at the house.
Is that depending on the weather?
You better believe it.
Okay.
So I have reached the point I'm not going to gamble anymore. But snowing or icy, we'll do it at the house. So we'll do it in the studio at the house, rather. So anyway, we'll have a show there. And then Friday we're going to be at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabeth hanging out with our buddies. So hello, Baker. Baker's not feeling good today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I saw her the other day. She's in the store.
She was in Mardell's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So Baker's, she looked like last night. She looked like, what was that lady's name? Diane Cannon. She had her hair all, whatever, curled or whatever it was. She was at the ball game last night watching her son. And so she said, I'm laboring. I said, yep. She had what I had last year. And I wouldn't, let me tell you what, if you've ever had it, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. A sciatic nerve.
Wow.
Ho-ho. So my little buddy's down today, and so she is recouping. Said she's watching, listening on a heating pad. So hello, Jimmy Stout down in Atlanta. How you doing, buddy? And hello to Chad and Macy Odom. We have basketball tonight, a doubleheader. The Cyclones and the Crockett Pioneers. And we have 6:15 airtime. 6:30 tip-off with the Lady Cyclones, and then the Gents to follow. It's a big night tonight. Should be a huge crowd. Crockett coming to town. It's a conference game. Got to win your conference games at home. And so, which division are we doing today, sir?
American League Central.
American League Central.
It's always a toss-up.
Yeah,
That one,
so-
I'll never get that one right.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I went 5 for 5 last week. I've been gloating about that, and I feel good about myself.
You may have a good chance to do it again this week.
I hope so. That's the goal. Just win, baby. I'm a Raiders guy. We never do, so maybe I can get 5 for 5 on the polls this week for the American League Central. Is your mother watching?
She's watching, yeah.
Eb, it's the wrong day, but you're there. Tom, you're so
Yeah.
goofy. I know what day it is. Okay. Sorry, Eb. She's
Yeah, I told her this morning. I said, hey, we've changed the days.
changed the day. We're going to be on there tonight. She says, okay.
Yep.
So, or today, rather. So, hello, Jimmy. Jimmy loves Mr. Baseball because he always comes with good information. So, American League Central, we'll get to that in a second. So, let's take a look. All right, since last week, Bregman goes to Cubs. Surprised?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. I
We
think
kept saying Red Sox, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We kept thinking Red Sox, and I think that's pushed the Red Sox not really into a hole, but it's got them in the position where they're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
And I think plan B for them is Bo Bichette. So I think that's where they're going to be focusing.
Bo Bichette was leaning towards the Phillies.
That's what it sounded like. But
Oh,
now that Bregman has signed, Bo Bichette's interest may skyrocket. The Phillies may have to pony up a little bit more than what it was before the Bregman signing if they're going to get him.
would the Blue Jays be okay him going inside the division of the Red Sox? Does that make a difference?
They don't really have much say so about it unless they want to outbid
Well,
them.
no,
But they probably wouldn't like it.
No.
But it is what it is.
I wouldn't like it. but-
So I still think odds-on favorites the Phillies, but I think the Red Sox are going to really have to do something, and they will probably go all in on Bo Bichette. That's really what I'm thinking. But the Bregman signing, to me, I thought it was interesting. There's a lot of deferred money in it. It comes out to about $35 million a year, I think, if I did the math right in my head.
Thereabouts,
You
yep.
start getting into the millions, it's hard to do the math in your head, but yeah, I think about $35 million a year average, and and he's 32.
Yep.
So 5 years, he's going to be 37 when that's over. You kind of wonder some of these long-term contracts like that. They don't turn out so well for the team. So we'll see what happens with the Cubs with this one.
So Bregman he's one of the big ones on the block. He's gone. He's now a Chicago Cub for a number of years.
Yeah.
That leaves Kyle Tucker out there. Cody Bellinger out there. What's the story? What's the latest on Bellinger?
So Bellinger, I still think the Yankees are in on him, but you keep hearing that they're not. You keep hearing, the Yankees are going to do something else, but I don't know what else they're going to do. But I think the Yankees, to do what we said they were going to do last week, they need Bellinger.
Yeah. Well, he's still there.
He's still there.
Kyle Tucker's still out there. Was anything new on him?
So the things you keep, I hear 3 teams with Kyle Tucker, and that's the Blue Jays, the Dodgers, and the Mets. So I think it's probably going to be one of those 3. And
he goes to the Dodgers. You can lock it up. I mean, I'm telling you. I mean, seriously. You talking about? I mean, there's always a chance for a fall on your face, but there's too many pieces of that puzzle. You put Cody Bellinger in with Freddie Freeman and Ohtani, and I mean, you can write down the list of those guys.
Mookie
Betts. I mean, it's like just hand them the trophy. I mean, you got to go out and win it, obviously, but
Yeah.
on paper, I mean, there would be odds on to win it again. But he's not there yet.
And they're even talking about Bichette with the Dodgers, too.
Wow.
I know.
I mean, so anyway, we'll see. Between now and next week, I'm sure these guys will make a decision, because you look on the calendar.
It's coming.
Today's the 13th, and I know the Orioles, the first team that's come out and said their guys are pitchers and catchers reporting on the 11th, so that's 28 days out. So it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
You would think these guys I would want to be nailed down and ready to know what team I'm playing for going
Absolutely.
to spring training.
Absolutely.
So
They do.
Bellinger, Tucker, Framber Valdez, what's the story on him?
It's quiet. It's real quiet. I keep
Too
saying.
quiet.
Yeah, it's too quiet.
Yeah.
So somebody that we're not even thinking about is going to sign him. That's what I'm thinking. But I still say Orioles. Man, Orioles, go get Framber Valdez.
Yes.
You will you'll have a great chance if you go sign Framber Valdez. Trust me.
I'm an Orioles guy now, so
Yeah, it's like I keep saying Zach Gallen for the Braves. Braves, go after Zach Gallen. Get Zach Gallen.
somebody asked me over the week, they watched the show, and I appreciate them doing it, said, why the Orioles? I said, I think this through. I'm a color dude. Cyclones, orange and black. I do Milligan's games, orange and black. Got Milligan tomorrow night. Orioles, what are their colors? Orange and black. So I don't have to rearrange my wardrobe. Got the Reds over here. I got the Orioles. So, plus, as I said, I followed them when I was a kid. So I'm an Oberg guy now. So if they get Framber Valdez, we're in pretty good shape.
That's going to push them up a notch. That
Yeah.
is.
So, anyway, Nico Horner. We've not talked much about this guy. He's the second baseman of the Cubs. Is he a hot commodity? We've not talked much about him.
So Nico Horner is one of those guys that's just, to me, he's a consistent player day in and day out. You kind of know what you're going to get from him, and you're going to like what you're going to get from him. Because we've heard that they may trade him. We've heard all kinds of stuff like that. I don't know if that's a possibility or not. I don't know if that's in the Cubs' mind. To me, I think they should keep him. But there would be a lot of teams, I think, that would be interested because he's to me, he's kind of a gritty player that likes to to get dirty. He's fast. He plays hard, and I like the guy.
We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. So who else is out there? Am I leaving somebody? A big name? We got Tucker, got Bellinger, Framber Valdez. Anybody else? Chris Bassett, is that a big enough name? No.
Yeah, well,
No.
not really. I mean, we'll talk about him when he signs for sure, because that is. But yeah, he's one of those guys. He's one of those valuable guys though that can be either in your starting rotation and be your long man out of your bullpen. You can put him in any situation in a game, and he fits. And I like pitchers like that, because some guys just can't do that.
Yep. Parts and pieces are interchangeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's a mental thing, really. Some of these guys get so locked in on this one situation that they don't want to do anything else. Chris Bassett, he doesn't care. Give him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Let him throw whenever you need him, and he's going to be there ready to go. So I like the guy. I think he'd be a great boost for just about any team.
When you saw Baker at Mardell's, did she speak to you?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we
That's
talked.
good. I didn't know if y'all had met each other.
Yeah, I was a little bit busy when she was in there, but she was over looking at Bibles, and we talked for a minute.
Yeah. So what's the most popular? See, I got a parallel Bible. Do you sell a lot of parallel Bibles?
So we have a lot of people walk in and ask for parallel Bibles.
Yeah.
We don't sell a ton of them, but we do have quite a few. The one that people buy the most is probably the King James and the NIV parallel
That's
Bible.
what I got.
Yeah, and then we have a King James and a Amplified. That one's fairly popular too.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have one with 4 translations, which is like King James, NIV, New American Standard, and Amplified.
Yeah.
And we don't sell a whole lot of that one. It's a
No.
big book. You put 4 translations in there, it gets pretty big, and the print gets pretty small. That's the thing I've learned. Size of the print is a huge factor
People buying
in
Bibles.
people buying Bibles.
Yeah. You didn't know that until you started working there, right?
Really didn't.
That's a
I mean,
big
I
deal.
thought about it, but it's one of the biggest factors because, I mean, if they can't read it, what's the use in having
Let's have it. Yeah.
And to be honest, there's some translations out there that the publishers that put them out go a little smaller on the print, and it's hard. And we don't sell some to some people because of that. They go to a different translation because they can't get it big enough for them to see it.
I'm kind of picky on which ones I read.
Yeah.
So some of those I think have been kind of, for me, kind of watered down. But I like NIV and I like King James, the obvious. You like all of them? What are some of the ones you're?
Well, I mean, I'm a New American Standard guy. I like the literal word for word translation, and it's probably the most literal of all of them.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's
New American.
especially the 1995 edition, because there's a 2020 edition that came out 5 years ago or 6 years ago now, and it's good, but all they did was they made it more readable, because the old one, the 95 one, it almost didn't read well because it was like good Greek, bad English.
Wow.
Yeah, in some places.
Say hello to my buddy Mary Carden. Say hello to Mary, would you?
Hey, Mary.
Hey, Mary. Hello, Mary. She's my Pleasant Beach buddy. So
All right.
maybe some treats Christmas.
So there was somebody else in the store from Pleasant Beach yesterday, Debbie Ham.
Oh, Deb Ham?
Yeah.
Deb's there? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Little Deb, yep. She's a
Yeah,
dandy.
I was talking to her yesterday in the store.
She's a beacher, yep.
Yeah.
So you like the New American Standard?
Yeah. That's my translation of choice. I mean, I think it's
So I got
very solid, accurate, very literal translation.
So I treated we'll get back to baseball in a second. So speaking of Bibles, I treated myself to a Charles Spurgeon Bible. The Prince of Preachers. And so I've got one from David Jeremiah, I got one from Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
And so in these study Bibles, you look at them and they'll give their own comments or thoughts. I got a Tony Evans Bible, which I think is excellent. So anyway, they're out there, but I guess the one I take to church every day is the KJV NIV on the same. So I go over and get bogged down in these and thous because I'm not very smart. So over on the NIV side, they spell it out where I can understand it for a simple country boy. So
Yeah.
sometimes them these and thous, so.
Yeah.
So you saw Baker at Mardell's.
Yeah, I did.
And she was chirpy and friendly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's always chirpy and
She
friendly.
was. She was.
I'm
She was like she always is.
Yeah. So whatever her hair was last night, I was going to holler in the middle of the game, tell her she looked like, I think the lady's name is Diane Cannon. She's got real long wavy hair, but anyway, she doodled up her hair. It was place was intense for a middle school basketball game last night. Of course, Tia Duggar's gym's not that big. The place was rocking. Oh, of course, it was Greenville, the green team. They come up here and play Uno. It's going to be rocking.
Yeah.
Should be rocking tonight, we hope, at John Treadway Gym. The Cyclones and the Crockett Pioneers. Again, a big conference game tonight. 6:15 airtime, 6:30 tip-off. Again, we'll go audio and video. Isaac Fletcher running my camera tonight. What a great kid. What a wonderful young man. All right, so here we go. We're going to pick the American League Central.
Okay.
We're here live at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. I cannot wait to 1 o'clock. I'm about 35 minutes out. I'm hungry to bear cub. I'm going to wear it out today.
Yeah.
Smoked
I'm gonna
turkey.
get mine to go. Get mine to go today.
Smoked. Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Smoked turkey, hash brown casserole, beans, tater salad, macaroni salad. I can't say which sides. Cannot wait. It's my pregame meal before I head off to do Crockett tonight.
Awesome.
Hello, Coach Shipley. All right, so here we go. I know you got to get trucking down there. What time you gonna go to work? At what time?
I don't even work today. I gotta go.
Oh.
I gotta go pick up my daughter today though.
Oh,
Yeah.
in Ohio?
No.
Oh, well, gosh.
No.
You hit
Johnson
snow.
City.
Oh.
Johnson City.
So you- well, how'd the graduation go, by the way?
It was good. It was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, short and sweet and to the point. She was the only one graduating.
There
So
you go.
they go by hours. So when you get your hours in, you graduate.
Yep, and you
So,
move on. You're done.
Yeah, you done. That's actually where she's at now. They're preparing to take her boards. So
Awesome.
yeah, so she's gone back to the school today just to get some preparation time to take her boards, and she'd be taking one of those Friday morning. She has 2 to take, and one of them will be Friday.
So, I guess there's weather coming. I don't know why T-Dot would be out on a Tuesday morning just putting down salt brine on the interstate. I guess 'cause it's not supposed to start raining tomorrow. So I don't think about salt brine. I don't know how long it stays on the road, but they're doing it as I was coming out here on the interstate. So I guess they know something we don't know.
Yeah,
So,
maybe so.
and we've not had any wintry weather per se. So, and I don't care if we ever have any, but I don't run it. The good Lord runs it. So,
Yeah.
if it gets to that point, we can't truck out to Big John's on Thursday morning. We're scheduled to be. We'll be doing the show from our studio, but we will have a show. All right, so here we go. American League Central. Here's your teams: Kansas City, Detroit, Cleveland, Chicago, Minnesota. We always go from the bottom, work our way up. So I'm going to say you're going to predict finishing dead last. I'm going to guess that you're going to guess the last place team would be the Chicago White Sox.
Yes, that would be correct.
Ding, 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 ding. I'm
Now,
off and running.
The White Sox have done some things to get better. They're not going to be as bad as they were 2 years ago, and not even as bad as they were last year. But I still think they're going to struggle to compete in that division.
White Sox dead last. Finishing fourth?
Now this is tough.
No, this is
Yes,
easy.
this is tough.
No, I think it's the easiest one of the bunch. I think you're going to say. You think you're going to say Minnesota.
You're right.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's so hard. I mean, I like the Twins, but I think they still have some work to do. And I because you hear rumors about them trading Byron Buxton. If they do that, I think that'll set them back even further. But if they do that, they're going to get a haul. And if they do,
Yeah.
that could help them in the long run. So
See, I
who knows?
thought that was easy. Now I think it's going to be hard
Now
because
it doesn't get any easier.
you got Kansas City, Detroit, and Cleveland,
Yeah,
and so I got to pick the third place team, who I think he's going to pick.
yeah.
I got the first 2 right, so I'm 7 for 7 and got 5 for 5 last week. So I want to keep this thing rolling. So you think the third place team this year in the American League Central will be? Wow,
I know it's hard.
it is hard because I want to blow off Cleveland, but they're always there. Detroit's in a rebuild, and Kansas City did a lot of off season to better themselves. I'm going to, man, I don't want to be wrong. I'm just going to be. It'll ruin my day if I don't get this. Not really, but here we go. Kansas City, Detroit, or Cleveland. I'm going to say, you're going to say third place team, Cleveland.
I'm going Kansas City.
Oh.
I'm going with Kansas City. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Um,
It's been nice having Greg on the show. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next year. All right, Kansas City. All right.
so
Fiddle-dee-dee, as Scarlett said. All right, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, okay, so I love Bobby Witt Jr.
Yep.
Iconic player, one of the top 5 players in all of baseball right now. There's no doubt. Maybe top 3. But he needs a little help, I think, to get them to the elite point of that division.
All right.
So,
Got the Royals in third. It leaves me Detroit and Cleveland second place.
and there's problems with these next 2 teams too. By
Oh,
the
yeah.
way.
Oh, yes.
So go ahead.
I'm going to say, Ev, she's out there going, Tom, you're a doofus. Thank you, Ev. Let's see. I'm going to say, you're going to say second place team in the Central this year will be Detroit. Okay. Didn't get that one either. So,
I'm gonna say.
what is this? Oh, okay, good. No.
So, I'm gonna say Cleveland, and
Yeah.
and here's why. I think they took a hit with the 2 pitchers that have been suspended. Losing Clase, I think that was a hit for them, and Love Ramirez. He once again definitely one of the top 10 players in all of baseball right now, for
Yep.
sure. I think one of the most underrated players in all of baseball. And I like Stephen Kwan. I think he's a great player. And you keep hearing rumors that the Reds are going to trade for Stephen Kwan.
So why did you take Detroit to finish number 1? Because they're in a rebuild.
They sort of are, but I still like them. I think they're still going to be good enough to win that division.
But they're going to lose. There's a chance they're going to lose Skubal.
If they lose Skubal, then I'm wrong. If they lose Skubal, then I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I mean,
They won't win it without Skubal.
He went to arbitration, and so they're like millions of dollars apart.
They are, but if they lose Skubal, then I'm wrong. Okay, I will be wrong.
Yeah.
Because I'm basing a lot of what I'm
On what
thinking about with Detroit on Skubal
What's going on
being
now?
there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm basing a lot of it with Skubal being there.
All right.
If he's not, then I'll be wrong.
So
and I'll say that right up front.
in this,
And they may finish 3rd or 4th if they lose Skubal.
I mean, that's a big loss. And so the story is he went to arbitration. He wanted like $39 million. They want to give him $19 million. So there's like this huge
it's
gap,
huge.
and it's the biggest gap in arbitration history. So I don't know
Yeah.
when the rule. So how does that work? The committee
So-
arbitrators sit down and go, okay,
They-
you want 39. The team wants to give him 19 or something thereabouts. It's a
Yeah.
big gap. They go right in the middle, or what do they do?
Nope, he's going to get one or the other.
Okay.
Yeah,
So there's no wiggle room.
It's going to be one or the other. He'll get one or the other,
So that
and the arbitrator will decide. They will both make their case. And
Interesting.
the horrible thing about arbitration, I hate arbitration because if a player has to go to arbitration with their team, the team literally sits in a room and talks about how bad the player is.
just run them down
Yeah,
to prove their point.
yeah, to show why they don't deserve the money they're asking for.
And then when they sign and hug them,
And
say,
it-
we're so glad you're with us.
Right.
So it's really kind of hypocritical,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah, or you make the guy so mad at you, he don't care anymore when he's playing for you because he's gonna play for you.
So I'm sitting over here as a team, and you're arbitrating. And I say, that Greg Sal, he's a scum bucket. he couldn't play dead in the Western movie. We're not paying him that kind of money. And then we win. It's like, Greg, we love you. We're glad you're seeing spring training in 2 weeks. Is that how it works?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's
pretty
kinda,
much.
It's kind of goofy.
But can I ask a question?
You can ask anything you want.
What are the Detroit Tigers going to say against Tarek Skubal,
Back-to-back Cy Young Award winner. Pay the guy the money.
the
Be
best
glad you
pitcher in
got it.
baseball right now?
Absolutely. So why would you even quibble?
So,
Give the guy his money. He's earned it.
There's no way. I don't know how they're going to go in there and make an argument because, I mean, the only thing they can do is talk about his service time and all of that and how, what that looks like compared to what he's making and things like that. But they can't go in there and talk about him
No.
not producing. There's no way.
Well, most of the time on this show, I sit and just amazed the kind of money that flies around out there thinking
Yeah.
none of this is justifiable.
Right.
If there's anybody that I think deserves the money this guy's asking for, simply based on what he's done back-to-back on an average baseball team, really, when you get right
Yeah.
down to it, the Detroit Tigers is Skubal, who's won the Cy Young Award winner 2 years in a row on a very average baseball team. So for them to go into arbitration and say, you're not worth it, if you just stop and look we talked about this earlier about Carson Beck. They paid him $4 million down in Miami to be the quarterback. Well, look what the return they got on the investment, filling the seats with the fans and making big bucks. Same with Detroit. You take Scooble, every time he pitched at home or on the road, of course, they don't get any money on the road, but the home games,
You
when
got
he
to know it's
pitched,
packed.
packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making money off the guy.
Yeah.
So pay him the money and keep on trucking. So if he doesn't get the money, so if they go with the team's smaller amount, then he can say, I'm out, right? Can he leave? Does he have to go
No,
with
he
him?
has to go with
He has
it.
to go with him?
He has to
Okay.
go with it.
So he has no choice.
He has no choice.
These guys are they're boxed in. They're either they go with what I want
Mm-hmm.
or what the team wants, and there's no, okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
go down there and play for another team.
Yeah, because he's not free agent eligible yet. so,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't
so-
see there. That's why I
yeah,
bring the
so
guy in.
So it's going to be one or the other.
Yeah. Well, and here, let's face it, $19 million. He can buy a lot of brisket chili at Phil's Dream Pit for $19 million.
That is true.
Yeah. So let's look at it from that standpoint. There's a lot of people out there hurting financially. So 19 mil's okay for 162 games or
Yeah, and he'll pitch 35 of them
35 starts.
if he stays healthy.
If he stays healthy, 35 days he'll be out there equating to $19 million. Okay, so I ain't gonna cry too much if he gets whatever that is. I'm quoting. I don't think it's it. It's close.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's 18,
what it
19
was.
mil, and
yeah.
and he's wanting 39 or 40 mil, whatever.
Yeah, it's.
And of course, the agent that's in there representing him, he wants to because he's gonna get a cut
Oh yeah.
of the 40. So even at 6%, I think that's what I read. That's what they get, 6%.
Yeah, something like that.
So 6% of $40 million.
That's millions of dollars.
That's some brisket chili at Phil's
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah,
anyway, there you go. So this
it's
he
more
is,
than $2 million.
yeah. So he has predicted Detroit to win the division, followed by
Yeah.
Cleveland, Kansas City, Minnesota, and the White Sox. So next week we'll do American League West, then we'll switch over to the NL East. So what do you think
I'll
about
surprise you next week, I think, too.
the American League West?
Yeah, I think I'll surprise you a little bit. Go ahead.
So Manfred's talking about doing realigning, redoing Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. Why does this guy? I mean, it's like every year he comes out with some goofy one. Last year he did the bases,
Yeah.
made the bases bigger,
His base is bigger.
and it's
yeah.
something every year. Then he got into the pitch clock and all that.
Yeah.
So this year, his buzz going into spring training is we may do a realigning the entire Major League Baseball, realign the divisions, and so. And you're a
Teams would be-
purist and I'm a purist,
Yes.
so
Teams would be changing leagues even once again. The
Would-
leagues wouldn't even really. Well, it would matter, but teams would be changing leagues.
Yeah.
A lot of teams would be changing leagues.
So, Rob Manfred, the commissioner of Major League Baseball, 3 words: leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It's okay.
Yeah.
We can live. I mean, we're all right, are we?
Yeah.
He's gotta
yeah,
tweak
we're
something
fine
every
the way
year.
It is. Yeah, we're fine the way it is. Leave it alone.
If it ain't broke, don't
Yeah,
fix
I
it.
mean, because sometimes you look at the divisions and you kind of wonder, okay, how did the team get in a certain division? Because when they talk about them being like regional, like okay, because we used to have 4 divisions, remember,
Yep.
East and West in
Yep.
each league, and I always wondered how did the Braves get in the West?
Yeah,
But they were.
yeah. NL West, you were.
Yeah, and the Reds were in the West.
Yep.
Cincinnati,
Yep.
but the Cardinals were in the East.
Yep. Which made no sense.
Yeah, and Chicago was in the East, and I'm like, okay, why is that? Because they're definitely west of these 2 teams that are in the Western Division. So I don't know. But I mean, his plan. I looked at it on paper, and it does put the teams regionally together, but it would have teams moving leagues, and I don't
Just
like
leave
that
it
at
alone.
all.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it like it is.
Just leave it alone. It's okay.
Yeah, don't add any more teams to the playoffs. Just leave it alone right
Yeah.
now. We've gone through all that. Let's have some quiet. Let's leave it alone.
Now he's pushing expansion too. He wants to get a couple more
Yeah,
teams.
and see that I think that is one of the reasons he's wanting to do the realignment
Yeah.
because if he gets 2 more teams, that's 32 teams. That's going to stick a team in a that's going to mess up the divisions with extra teams and one division for each league. And I think because we had that before, if you remember, there was a time when the West only had like 4 teams, and the Central I think had 6 or something.
So his
so-
modus operandi is to get expanded so he can get more teams expanded.
Yeah.
You're spot on. So,
Right. which, I mean, you can add another team to each league and it still be okay. Have one team, have one division with 6 teams. I mean, that's just how it would have to be.
So in closing here, I would guess, this is me, the 2 teams, 2 cities he would like to see a baseball franchise in, I'm guessing would be Nashville
Yeah, Nashville's probably one of the top ones.
and Charlotte.
And you hear Charlotte a lot too. You hear Portland a lot too, which I don't know about that, but you hear Portland a whole lot.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway,
and I think the people in Oakland are like another team out there when they lose.
I don't see it going by.
But I don't see them supporting a team after
That's why
what
they
happened
left.
with the A's. Yeah,
That's why they left them. So
yeah.
on top of it, as always, Ev, your son is excellent. Does a great job. So the Central, Detroit, Cleveland, Kansas City, Minnesota, Chicago. So we'll keep that.
And it could finish in the exact opposite order.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It really could.
That's all right. If it
That's
does, it
one
does.
division that is so hard every year.
It's just a couple of good old boys sitting here at Phil's Dream Pit picking baseballs.
Because I say every year there's 4 teams that could win that division.
Yeah.
And there are.
is.
And
There
there are.
is. Yep. And
So-
so next week we'll do
American
the
League West.
American League West.
Okay.
Yep. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. We got lots more to talk about. We are here live again at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. You get down there and play one of these commercials, and here it is, right here. Let's do this. My man, Brian Pipkin. Thanks for coming, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
We'll see you back next week. We'll be right back after this with more sports on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And I'm getting ready to hit the wrong commercial. Is it this one right here? Sponsors on the show would be the good folks right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Dream Packs, tell us about it.
Dream Packs are a wonderful way to feed a lot of people affordably. We've really worked hard in this era of inflation to keep the price down on the Dream Packs. We offer them anywhere from 4 people to upwards of 100. Feed as many people as you like, and they work out to $8 a person. And that gives you pulled pork or pulled chicken. We get any of our 3 of our sides. A lot of places have cut it down to 2. We're still doing 3 sides with that. You can choose from our world-class baked beans, our macaroni and cheese, macaroni salad, along with our coleslaw potato salad. Any of those 3 that you like, you're going to get all the buns you need, all the barbecue sauce you need to have a really good family meal. These are wonderful for a graduation party, weddings, just backyard get-together, whatever you want to do. $8 a person. If you want to go to pulled beef or brisket or something of that nature, we can arrange that too, just a little bit more for those higher price meats.
They're called Dream Packs, and they sell them in increments of 4. So if you've got, as you said, coming up, you got Vacation Bible School coming here in the not-too-distant future, into the school year parties, graduation parties, Fun Fest block parties coming up later in the summers, all kinds of things you can be planning for that it will need and require food. In this case, Dream Packs. You can give them a call here. That phone number is
423-349-6437.
And then if you just want to buy meat by the pound, you sell that. We got everything covered. We just want the meat, the great meat coming from Phil's. You can do that too, right?
You can do that too. Meat by the pound, $14.49 for a pound of pork. We're still one of the lowest restaurants around for pulled pork, and we work hard at trying to make sure that our pork's nice and juicy and succulent, hickory smoked right here in-house.
In-house. Pull in the parking lot, you can smell it. It's going all night long. It's good stuff. Social media, how do we find you?
On Facebook and also philsdreampit.com. You can order online right there.
Closed on Sundays and Mondays, open Tuesday through Saturday from when to when?
Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7. Come by and see us.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Been with us since day one of this voyage we call the Tom Taylor Sports Show. That would be the good folks right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. Phil's Dream Pit right across from Abra Trucking, the quest for perfect barbecue. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone doubleheader basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Dr. John Minton and yours truly Tuesday night from John Treadway Gymnasium as the Cyclones host the Crockett Pioneers and a key conference doubleheader. Airtime at 6:15 with the Lady Cyclones, boys to follow, audio and video. The Cyclones and the Crockett Pioneers from John Treadway Gymnasium. It all starts at 6:15 this Tuesday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone basketball. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Let's take a look at top 25 college basketball. Polls are out this week. Came out late yesterday after the show. Last week, Michigan and Arizona were kind of 1 and 2, kind of duking it out at the top. Well, that's not the case now. Michigan got beat, so almost a unanimous number 1 are the Arizona Wildcats. And they've got a pretty good resume. They've beaten Florida, UCLA, UConn, Alabama, and Auburn. That's pretty good to earn that spot. And so the top 25 is out. It goes like this. Let's see who it is. Again, Iowa State moving up to number 2 in the country. So your top 25, Arizona is men's basketball. Arizona, Iowa State, UConn, Michigan, and Purdue. So Arizona stays 1. Iowa State jumps from 3 to 2. UConn jumps from 4 to 3. Michigan falls from 4 to 2. And Purdue stays even Steven at 5. So Arizona, Iowa State. Hello, Liz Wandell. How you doing, lady? Arizona, and hello, Coach Shipley. How you doing, sir? Arizona, Iowa State, UConn, Michigan, and Purdue are your top 5. Then comes Duke, the Houston Cougars, Nebraska, still undefeated at 16-0. Gonzaga, number 9, and Vanderbilt, still undefeated at 16-0. They round out the top 10. So Duke 6, Houston 7, Nebraska 8, Gonzaga 9, and Vanderbilt rounds out the top 10. BYU at number 11, number 12, Michigan State, 13, Illinois, North Carolina, the Tar Heels up 3 to number 14 this week. Texas Tech, the Red Raiders down to 15. They lost them 1 notch. Virginia jumps 7 notches. The Cavaliers number 16 in the country. Arkansas 17, Alabama 18. Florida, not ranked, jumps to number 19 this week. Louisville at number 20. Georgia 21, Clemson 22, Utah 23, Tennessee dropping 3 notches to number 24 this week in the top 25 poll. And at number 25 are the Pirates of Seton Hall, as a matter of fact. All right, so top 25 play tonight. Who plays where? A couple of head-to-head matches. Number 16, Virginia will be at number 20, Louisville. That's a good game tonight at the KFC Yum Center, as they call it, in Louisville. Also, number 3, UConn, and number 5, Seton Hall tonight. Tennessee, 24th ranked Volunteers, 7 o'clock tip-off at 7 o'clock, as we said, at the Food City Center, Knoxville. Number 12, Michigan State, Spartans hosting Indiana. Number 22, Clemson at Little John Coliseum in South Carolina, hosting Boston College. Number 7, Houston, home to West Virginia. Number 18, Alabama, traveling to Mississippi State tonight. Number 8, Nebraska, the Huskers hosting Oregon. They're undefeated, as we said. 19th ranked Florida at Oklahoma. Gators starting to get it together. And number 2, Iowa State will put that on the line at Kansas tonight. So there will be some upsets tonight for sure. And so that's what's going on again. Tennessee hosting Texas A&M tonight at the Food City Center at 7 o'clock tonight. So there you go. All right, NBA. We don't talk a lot about the NBA, but James Harden is worthy of being on the show. James Harden passing Shaquille O'Neal for 9th place on the NBA's all-time scoring list last night. So Harden, who began the night 14 points behind O'Neal, finished with 32 and 10 assists. The Clippers win over the Charlotte Hornets. So Harden entered the night averaging 26 points a game. So he is now he's at number 9 all time. Number 8 is Wilt. So he's got a ways to go to catch Wilt Chamberlain. His scoring totals are 28,600, 28,614. And so Wilt's 31,000. He's got over 3,000 points to get to that next rung. So all-time leading scorer is Kobe. I'm sorry, not Kobe. LeBron. LeBron is the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. Following him are Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone, the mailman, Kobe Bryant. Whatever happened to Karl Malone? Never heard any more about the guy. Karl Malone for the Utah Jazz. Never heard any more about him. So number 1 is LeBron. Number 2 is Abdul-Jabbar. Number 3, Karl Malone. Number 4, scoring Kobe Bryant. Number 5 is Michael Jordan. Number 6, Dirk Nowitzki. And number 7, Kevin Durant. And number 8 is now James Harden. Shaquille O'Neal falls number 9, all-time scoring in the NBA. It's interesting. So, all right, let's take a look at some Milligan sports because we'll be there tomorrow with a doubleheader against Truett McConnell. The ladies bowling team at Milligan, number 2 in America in NAIA. That's awesome. Women's bowling poll out. Milligan University was the number 2 team in the country. So Milligan has 93 head-to-head NAIA wins and only 12 losses in the first half of the season. They're 93-12. How about that? They're number 2 in America in bowling. Milligan's men's team at number 14 in America. So they were up 3 notches from 17 to 14 in the country. They are 62-36. But again, number 14. But the women's bowling team, Milligan, number 2 in America. That's impressive. Samaj Clark, you'll see her and hear her about her tomorrow night when we stream the Buffaloes and Truett McConnell out of Georgia. They're the number 1 team in the league right now. And Samaj Clark, the senior out of Oak Ridge, her 5th Player of the Week award of the year. This time it was her defensive play. It's been offense up to this point. So Clark, 4 steals, had 20 defensive rebounds, grabbing 12 of those in the win over Bryan over the weekend, who was also the number 1 team. Second time being named the Defensive Player of the Week, of winning the offensive award in the whole league 3 different times. So she has 5 total. Defensive Player of the Week twice, including this week, in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. And 3 times she's been named the Offensive Player. The senior out of Oak Ridge. Get a chance to see her tomorrow night in action at home against Truett McConnell. 5:15 airtime, 5:30 tip-off. The Lady Buffs with the men to follow. Audio and video from Steve Lacey Fieldhouse in Milligan. So it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to being over there tomorrow night. Looking forward to being there tonight at John Treadway Gymnasium. Crockett coming to town, the Pioneers and the Elizabethton Cyclones. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone doubleheader basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join Dr. John Mitten and yours truly Tuesday night from John Treadway Gymnasium as the Cyclones host the Crockett Pioneers and a key conference doubleheader. Airtime at 6:15 with the Lady Cyclones, boys to follow, audio and video. The Cyclones and the Crockett Pioneers from John Treadway Gymnasium. It all starts at 6:15 this Tuesday night here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone basketball. Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing. And follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, you know, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, you know, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend, attorneys for closing we recommend, and you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports.
Jewelry is an investment. To get the highest quality at the best price, you need a jeweler that is trustworthy and experienced. With our own jeweler in-house, Jewelers Bench offers custom-made pieces, as well as general maintenance and repair services, and unique jewelry for all occasions. Local family-owned, we've been serving our community for over 25 years. Let us make your Christmas one to remember with heirloom jewelry that can be passed on through generations. Highest quality for the best price. Only at the Jewelers Bench, Elizabethton.
I'm back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks, David Collins, being on the show. Again, our great sponsor, and also Sherry, of course, from the Jewelers Bench. You have until tonight at 6 o'clock to finish bidding on this particular auction. It's an online estate auction from David Collins. Go to collinsandcompany.info. And, man, you know, my voice was scratchy a little bit earlier in the show, and guess what? What did I get? The one, the only. Will give me another round tomorrow. Reload. Fishman's Friend. There they are. We'll get another 2 or 3 packages tomorrow from Lingerfield Drug Center. We'll be there tomorrow for the show. It works, folks. I'm telling you, my voice is twice as better it was when I got here today. So here we go. Coming up by 6 o'clock tonight, it's a Glowing Treasures online estate auction. You have until 6 to bid. You have antique and collectible glassware, carnival glass, cut crystal, uranium glass, depression glass, Victorian lighting, hanging oil lamps, brass lamps with cobalt shades. You have fine china and porcelain, vintage advertising and bottles, barbershop memorabilia, medicine bottles, Coca-Cola bottles, on and on and on, tools and equipment, complete range of hand tools you can bid on through 6 o'clock tonight, clamps, vices, weed eater, shop vacs, lawn care equipment, sporting goods, mongoose mountain bikes, roller ball scooter, exercise equipment, sporting goods, household and decor items, Pyrex bakeware. That's big right now. Friday we'll be at the Eagle Center Antique Store, and Tammy will tell you the Pyrex is huge. Well, they've got it right now. You can bid on through 6 o'clock tonight at collinsandcompany.info. Christmas decorations. They've got multiple sets of plastic storage totes, shelving units, and organizational items perfect for home or business use. All that's right here. Go to collinsandcompany.info till 6 o'clock tonight. You can bid on it. And once it's gone, and so you have until then to do it. Now, let's run down high school basketball tonight. Who's playing where? It's got a busy night in hoops. We're going to be, again, at home against the Crockett Pioneers. It's going to be a great doubleheader tonight. And so, let's see. Let's get rid of that. Get that one right there and go to this. And here we go. Here's who's playing where tonight. Doubleheaders. Johnson County at Chucky Doak. Moorestown East at Dobbins Minute. University High at North Green tonight. Happy Valley, the Warriors playing at South Green. Daniel Boone will be at Tennessee High. Hampton will be up Stony Creek to Unaka. Unicoi County will be at West Green. And Morristown West will be at West Ridge tonight in boys and girls basketball. Again, our game will be the Cyclones and Crockett. 6:15 airtime, 6:30 tip-off. Science Hill goes to Jeff County tonight. Sullivan East will be at Volunteer tonight. Boys and girls, guys and gals. So that's your schedule for Northeast Tennessee basketball for this Tuesday, January the 13th. So looking at the weather during the break, trying to figure out if they're going to come out and say there's a winter storm coming, or they're going to just kind of – they've aired over the last 2 or 3 alleged winter events to not be so jump out there and make predictions. So here's tomorrow, a 90% chance of rain. Breezy and cooler tomorrow, high 47. Winds 5 to 15. Tomorrow night, things get a little interesting, I think, particularly in the mountains. Rain changing to scattered snow showers, mostly cloudy, breezy, much colder tomorrow night. Wet roads may become icy. Low near 20. Winds northwest 5 to 15. Chance of snow less than an inch here in the Tri-Cities. Chance of snow at 60%. Then on Thursday, cloudy, breezy, much colder. A few flurries or snow showers possible. High near 27. Wind chills in the teens. Northwest wind at 5 to 15. Chance of snow 40%. Any snowfall accumulations less than an inch. Thursday night, partly cloudy, very cold. 13 will be your low on Thursday night. So cold weather's coming, but it's going to warm back up. 43 Friday. In fact, starting Friday, everything gets back above freezing. It's going to be cold, but stays above freezing, and that's the way it is. It's the wintertime here in the hills of East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. Again, right now, sun's out. It's a pretty day in the neighborhood. Let's check one more weather source here, see what they're telling me. Winter weather expected on Wednesday. Let's see what it says here. Rain mixed with snow in the mountains by mid-afternoon tomorrow. So there you go. Change from all rain to a wintry mix expected in the Tri-Cities from late afternoon into evening tomorrow. Meanwhile, all snow continue in the mountains where roads will become slick Wednesday night. So there you go. We got wintry mix possible tomorrow night here in the Tri-Cities. Maybe that's why they're out spraying the interstate with salt brine right now. So 2 to 4 inches of snow expected through midday Thursday in the mountains. Higher than that could be up to 4 inches in elevation. So, yep, they're calling for some snow. That's okay. We haven't had any this year to speak of. So, Tri-Cities can expect very little. At the most, a dusting to a half inch Wednesday night into Thursday. So, the Tri-Cities not going to get much snow. It's going to be very cold, though. So, anyway, that's what you've got weather-wise. So, some snow in the mountains starting tomorrow night into Thursday. And that's why we moved the tour of schools from Friday morning until yesterday. Cloudland Elementary had over 6,000 views, which is incredible. So, and still going up. For a school of 278 kids, had over 6,000 views to watch that tour of schools yesterday at Cloudland Elementary, which I thought was very, very cool. And that's some great people up there, too. Starting with Chris Collins, the assistant principal. So, let's wrap up this gig here at at Phil's Dream Pit. Here's the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and here it is. And it goes like this. Psalm 68, 19 and 20 says, "Praise be to the Lord, to God our Savior, who daily bears our burdens." Our God is a God who saves. He does. From the sovereign Lord comes escape from death. Amen. I added, thank you, Lord Jesus, for you wanting us to tell you our problems and for you shedding your blood on the cross for us so we can escape death by asking you into our lives and our hearts and escaping eternal separation from you as a result in a place called hell, and therefore living with you forever in heaven. That's a great verse. That's a great statement. It's a great thought. It's true. It's all true. Psalm 68, 19 and 20 is the verses of the day. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, thanks to our guest today, Mr. Baseball Greg Salyer, and also Jeff Beverly in with what's going on with Tennessee football and the recruiting and the transfer portal. Rejoining you at 6:15. About 6 hours, and I'll be right back at it. Loaded for bear and ready to go, audio and video from John Treadway Gymnasium. Elizabethton basketball against the Crockett Pioneers. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good ball game. And they can play, and we can play. It's going to be fun. It's a critical, of course, conference game at home. You got to win your home games on the conference, and so looking forward to doing that tonight at 6:15. See you then. Until then, we'll say as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. And thanks for watching show number 2425 on the way to 2,500. We're 75 shows away from 2,500 shows here, and year number 11 coming up next month will be our 11th year of doing the show. So thanks for watching. Back with you at 6:15 tonight from John Treadway Gymnasium. Hope you'll come watch in person. It's going to be a great basketball game. Two good teams getting after it in the league at 6:15. Until then, we'll say as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2425 from Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. Some good grub. I'm about to get some right here, right now. See you at 6:15 for Cyclone.